Welcome to DNA's Birding Adventures. We're in the Medicine Bow National Forest camping at Lake Owen. This is our second time here, and this time we got 50 bird species. Pretty impressive, along with a few new birds for 2025. This is the first trip of the season for our van. We're going camping for 3 nights. We're most excited to explore Medicine Bow's rail trail. It's 22 miles altogether. The first day we're going to explore just around the campsite, and then we'll go around the lake, head north on the rail trail for a while, and then south, which will be a new place for us, and then back to camp. It's $20 to camp per night, or $10 if you have the National Park Pass. We're so excited to take the van out. We haven't driven her since last fall. We're getting ready for a bigger trip up to the Pacific Northwest to check out the scenery and try to find some new birds as well. The Medicine Bow Rail Trail is about 35 miles west of Laramie, Wyoming, with a total of 6 trailheads. So you can pick your starting point. We're starting at Lake Owen this time. There are 35 different campsites all together at Lake Owen. We found a beautiful one. You can still see the remnants from the Merlin fire of 2020, but everything's growing back. Very nice. There's a lot of birds in here. Actually, a couple seagulls flying by too. Right away, we were greeted by a California gull and a great blue heron. He spots something. Great blue heron.
We can go up through here and then around to our campsite.
Okay.
Make a little loop.
Nice to see a great blue heron right away. And the theme of this trip was, let's feed the babies. Look at all the birds that have something in their mouths. Here we go, day number 1. We're going to explore around the campground and the lake. We found a great campsite that was right next to a forested area with a great view of Lake Owen. Surprisingly, the campground wasn't too busy, and it was right around the 4th of July. This trail goes around the lake. You're gonna go this way first. The last time we were here was in 2022, and it was in the fall, so it's nice to see all the summer flowers in bloom. And our first bird that we found right away was a new one for 2025, Savannah sparrow. We're starting to rack them up. Bird number 271. A white-crowned sparrow. Beautiful. They're pretty abundant here. I just love their black and white crowns. Nice little wetlands in here. The adult was trying to steer us away from the fledglings. This sign talks about the high hoppers, the boreal toads. They're older than the dinosaurs and live in this altitude. And a little history on the railroad that ran through here. There were yellow warblers and Lincoln sparrows in amongst these willow bushes. This one has a huge insect in his mouth. We saw a nest nearby, which I suspect is what he's trying to feed, or she. They look similar to the song sparrows, but have a little bit more defined streaks on their chests and a little white eye ring. Northern flicker. Oh. He's got a bug. Brewer's blackbird. He's talking to his buddy. I believe he also has young to feed. The males are beautiful with their yellow eye, and they have a purplish head with a greenish sheen on their black bodies. Just gorgeous. American robin. Warbling vireo calling. That one has a bug too. That looks like a hairy. Oh yeah, look at that. It's huge. It's a long way away. Wow, look at all the wild roses in here. Definite bear country. A green-tailed towhee. I think it's a fledgling. In our last video, we also had the green-tailed towhee families trying to take care of the fledglings. We saw the common mergansers, maybe the same ones, on our last trip here. A lot of lessons to be learned on this family of double-crested cormorants. They flew back and forth pretty much every morning and evening.
Just trying to get it dry.
Oh, drying his wings? They don't have that protective oil, so that's why they have to dry them out. Some orange lichen on all these rocks. Just a glimpse of the Clark's Nutcracker. We get a better view later on in the trip. Oh, Clark's Nutcrackers. 2 of them. Oh, early bird. The water runs from the forest to the city on this network of pipes between all the reservoirs, 63 miles total. More wetlands and a little dock. That's where the water comes in. Oh, look at all the birds flying around. Trout, trout, trout. Rookies, brown trout, and rainbow trout. We made it back to camp after circling around the lake. All 3 days we only had a couple thunderstorms and some rain. Otherwise, the weather was ideal all 3 days and beautiful sunsets, and we actually had a fire a couple nights. Quite a few birds on day 2. We headed north on the rail trail just a few miles to a little wetland pond. This map shows the full rail trail that's open to bikers, hikers, and horses. Of course, birders too are welcome. They used to have an old caboose that had burned down the last time we were here, but they must have taken it away. Just have to pay $5 if you're here just to hike. About the railroads. We're heading down the train trestle trail. Oh, feeding young. I'm sure they all are. He looks like he's smiling. Hi there. There were just so many butterflies. It's that time of year in July. Female mountain bluebird? It was a busy day for the mountain bluebirds. It turns out that the male and female bluebirds were taking care of the cowbirds' chicks. Ah, there's the dad. Oh, beautiful. He has a bug. Oh. Oh, it is.
Cowbirds are right now.
Aw. Baby cowbirds being fed by the mountain bluebirds. Kind of the story of the ugly ducklings, where the parents have to take care of an unknown infant. Later turning out to be a cowbird, really hungry. Cowbirds. It kind of seemed to me like the adult cowbirds were snickering as the bluebirds were taking care of the young fledglings. Song sparrows, all kinds of ducks and babies in this little pond. And there's a beaver den, beaver house. Ringneck duck, beautiful. There's a song sparrow singing. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, Kate? The tree swallows had plenty to eat with all the mosquitoes in the air. I have a feeling they're sitting on nests too, just like the ones that we saw in the Rocky Mountains last week. There he is. Brown chickadee. Oh. Just a couple glimpses of the mountain chickadees. Silhouette of a dark-eyed junco. He has a bug in his mouth. Barn swallows. And their nest is right in there. Pine siskin. There's a pine siskin. Morning dove. Spotted sandpiper. It's a northern flicker. Same one or another one? Red-tailed hawk. Soaring. Must be some robin babies around, fledglings. This was another one of our camp hosts or guests at our campsite. We noticed that the American robins were hanging out with the white-crowned sparrows. Raven? This California gull would take advantage of all the anglers after they were fishing, looking for a handout. California gull. It's got a little red on its beak. Similar in size to the ring-billed gulls, but this one has a red and black marking on the beak and a dark eye. Red-naped sapsucker.
Oh, I knew I'd see deer in here. They're running. Ah, there's a wood pewee in there. There's a trail that goes around the lake. Sun setting. We're walking through an aspen grove right now. Just saw a wood pewee. Heading back to our campsite. There's Dave.
Another great day. We are on day 3. We're going to head south on the rail trail. See what we can find. It's new for us.
We'll see robins. We have a lot of white-crowned sparrows. Warbling vireos. And a whole bunch of other birds. Hermit thrush. The paintbrush, Wyoming state flower. Then we have
Shooting stars.
and the white bog orchid. Woohoo!
We just saw these last week in the Rocky Mountains. Glad to see them again.
Wow. Just saw a hermit thrush with a robin and red-breasted nuthatch and Wilson's warbler.
Just a glimpse of the Wilson's warbler, new for 2025. Bird number 272. Woohoo! Presumably still feeding its young. It had a big bug in its mouth. Evidence of an old train track here.
Old railroad ties. Willow. A lot of cinquefoil bushes.
Pretty sure these two were mating. It's that time of year for them too.
Mountain chickadee calling.
I read that there are 5 fire burn scars along this Medicine Bow Rail Trail in different spots. This one looks fairly new. The aspen trees are starting to poke up, as well as the fireweed. After fire, that's the first to come back.
Clark's Nutcracker? Or is that a Canada Jay?
We were hoping for the Canada Jay. We don't have that yet this year. We finally got a better view of the Clark's Nutcracker. There were a few of them landing on the tops of the trees. It's a normal cycle of life with the fires burning. Everything comes back and rejuvenates. However, it's always devastating. Even the birds manage to come back and find their spot in the burned forest. Well, juncos like to forage on the ground.
There.
We made it back to the campground and, to our surprise, an American white pelican.
Another spotted sandpiper sitting on the rock. It was calling a minute ago. There it goes. The cormorants sit on that rock too. You can see all the excrements.
White-crowned sparrow calling. It's been raining this afternoon. This is day 3. Oh, I love the way these rocks have so much orange lichen on them. We really enjoyed our successful 3 days at Lake Owen. On the way back, we encountered a coyote hunting the antelope.
They're sticking close together. There was a coyote after them. The coyote's way out there now. Where is the coyote?
Pretty exciting. On the way home, we went through the northern part of Colorado, stopped by Moose Visitor Center. They have bird feeders there. Saw a Cassin's finch and a black-chinned hummingbird, first of the year. That'll round out our new birds for 2025. Bird number 273.
Cassin's finches.
Well, we got 3 new birds for 2025 and a whopping 50 bird species at Owen Lake in Wyoming. We are currently at 273 bird species so far. Thank you so much for watching DNA's Birding Adventures and subscribing. Hey, we're at 500 subscribers. Thank you so much for tagging along. Happy birding trails to you from Dave and Audrey. Until next time.